Hello, everyone. It's Andrea, and welcome to this edition of Talks in the Car. Have you ever done a puzzle or have seen a puzzle, particularly one that has a tremendous amount of pieces, and you see this beautiful portrait of what this puzzle is supposed to be? You see, as you're doing the puzzle or as you're watching someone doing a puzzle, as they continue to add the pieces on, you see what the scene is supposed to be, and you're looking for the different elements. And they could have all of these pieces put together, but until that one piece, that last piece, is put in place, the puzzle is not complete. And so if you've ever done a puzzle where you can't find that one piece, you will search high and low for that piece. You look in the box, you look underneath the puzzle, you look on the floor, you are looking for that piece. You look in the trash because the puzzle is not complete. You could have 4,099 pieces to this puzzle, but if that 500 piece 5,000 piece is not in there, the puzzle is not complete. But yet when you find that piece and you put it in place, you feel a sense of accomplishment because the puzzle is now complete. Our lives are very much like that. Our lives are a puzzle with different pieces and different elements that incorporate us, that make up us. And when we are at a place where we don't feel complete, when we are searching for those pieces that need to be put in place, we do not feel and we do not walk in wholeness. So it doesn't matter that this is going right over here, this happened over here, this took place here, we learned this lesson over here, we got through this situation over here, we celebrated another situation. If a particular piece is not worked through in our lives, if a particular piece we have not made peace with, if a particular portion of our lives is not where it needs to be, what is us? This puzzle that is us is not complete. So I encourage you to look at yourself, evaluate yourself, make sure that you are whole. Make sure that you are complete. There are different times in our lives where we go through stages where we don't feel complete. We don't feel wholeness. Maybe we're struggling in some areas. Maybe we're suffering from a loss. We've lost friendships. We've lost family members. We've lost people due to death. Whatever the situation is, we've lost jobs. Maybe we're going through situations where we're suffering from depression, or there are some things that we want to see happen in our lives. We want to see ourselves get that degree that maybe we've put off. Some people want to be married. Some people want to have children. There are different things in our lives that cause us not to feel whole or not to be in a place of wholeness that we see for ourselves. And sometimes those things come easily. We can go to school and we can study. We can go and meet someone and go into a marriage or into a relationship. But then sometimes things are a little bit difficult. Finding that relationship that you want may not be as easy for you to come by as it may be for someone else. People go through fertility problems, so having children is not as easy as it is for other couples. Sometimes people have disabilities, so learning disabilities. So going to school and learning and taking up certain career choices may not be as easy to you as it is to some people. But I encourage you, make sure that you are living a life that is whole. Look for those lost pieces. Find ways in order to complete that puzzle that is you. And sometimes that may mean doing some shifting around. Now, in a physical puzzle, you can't shift around pieces. Those pieces fit where they fit. But in life, we have the opportunity to do some shifting. We have the opportunity to do some movement. We have the opportunity to change certain things in our life so that the portrait that we want to become, the portrait that God wants us to become, we're able to make changes in order to become maybe not what we thought we wanted to be, what we thought that we could be, but we are becoming what God wants us to be. And so that may mean shifting to a different city. That may mean going to a different church, sitting under a different leadership. That may mean going to a different job. That may mean putting that book that you're writing aside and picking up something else until you get yourself to a place where you can complete what you've put yourself forward to. But make sure that you are whole. We cannot be our best for our families. We cannot be our best for our significant others, our spouse, our jobs, our school. We cannot be our best if we are not whole. Every piece of the puzzle, every piece that is Andrea, every piece that is you is important, and it is intricate. It is crucial to who you are. It is crucial to the person that you are right now and to the person that you are becoming. Every piece of our puzzle contributes to who we are. It contributes to the person that God is creating in us. So if we're missing pieces, if pieces are lost, if our puzzle, which is us, is not whole, is not complete, then we are not as effective as we need to be, first of all, to ourselves and then to others. So I encourage you, find those pieces that are missing in your life. Ask God, what am I missing? What is it that needs to be put in me, that needs to be a part of me that's not there? And once you get that information, once you get that revelation, now it's time to find out how to get those pieces. Ask God where to look, where to seek. What do I need to do? God, I want to be whole. I want to be whole in you. I want to be whole in myself because I want to be an effective piece to this world. Because our wholeness, which is us, is actually a piece of the broader puzzle, of the broader picture. We are not walking this life solo. We are a part of the world. We are a part of our community. We are a part of our families. We are a part of our jobs, our schools, our church family. And we play an intricate part in how things progress. And so if we are not whole, if we are not in the best possible place that we can be, then we are not contributing to those places where God has set us in the best way possible. And we want to be used. We want to be at a place where we can be our very best for what God has for us. So I encourage you, be whole. Find ways to get whole, whether that means talking to someone, whether that means writing it out, whether that means self-care, whatever you have to do in order to be whole. Go ahead and do that. Make sure all your pieces are together. We meet so many people who are just fragments, and they're fragmented, and they're not whole, and they're not walking in the richness that God has for them. And when we're not whole, when we're fragmented, we're all over the place. We're not able to effectively be who God has called us to be. And at the end of the day, we want to be all that God has called us to be. We want to walk whole. We want to walk in wholeness. We want to offer our whole selves to others. We want to operate in a place where everything that God has put in us, we're able to give out. And not only are we able to give out, but we're able to walk in a place where we can be the best possible individuals for ourselves and for God. Be whole. Being fragmented is not a place where we want to be. All of those puzzle pieces of our lives need to be where they need to be in order for us to display the image and the picture that God has called us to be. Be whole today. Find ways to be whole. Don't walk around confused. Don't walk around in depression. Don't walk around fragmented, but find ways to be whole, because that is what God wants for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you next time on Talks in the Car.